Hello everyone, it's Heidi and welcome to this week's episode of Baby Name Sunday. Today we are doing a list of popular or rising baby names from around the world. Now, if you aren't already following me over on Instagram, you're probably out of the loop, so you guys can go check me out. I'll have it down below. But I asked you guys over on Instagram to send in some names that are popular or they're rising where you live. So I have a ton of different countries. I have a ton of different names that are popular from all over the world, and it was just beyond fascinating to see what names are kind of truly popular around the world as a whole, but some interesting ones that are just popular in certain parts of the world. So if you guys haven't already subscribed yet, please guys hit that subscribe button down below so you guys don't miss any of my videos, and then go hit that bell notification right next to it so you guys are notified every single time I upload a names list. All right, so let's jump into today's list. I'm gonna get through the names very quickly. I'm going to kind of fire them at you for all the different countries because I got so many different submissions, and the name of the game today is names from all around the world, and to give you guys as many names from around the world. So let's get into it. First country we are going into is South Africa. Now, a few boy names that are popular or rising in South Africa are the names Junior, Joshua, and Jordan. Then a few girl names is Aria, Kiara, Michaela, and Caitlin. So I see a lot of A ending names, and I'm not surprised of Junior rocking the charts on the boys side. Next country we have the Czech Republic. Now, a lot of interesting names here. For the girls side we have Sophie, Leontina, which I hope I'm pronouncing right, Emma, Ella, Staples, Aliska, which is really beautiful, Adela, we have Teresa, and Antonin. Now, I'm not sure if Antonin is for boys or girls. I feel like it's quite genderless. And then a couple boys' names that I am so in love with. There's Tobias and Pavel, P-A-V-E-L. Now, I hope I'm pronouncing that one right, but man, that is handsome. Pavel for your little boy. All right, we are in Germany now. Super fun. There was tons of submissions from my friends over in Germany. How fun. On the girls' side, we have Amelia. There's Hannah, Lena, Mila, Frida, lots of A ending names, Amalia, and Leonie or Leonie. Then moving into the boys' names that are popular in Germany, there's Noah, Leon, Paul, Elias, Finn, spelled two ways, Jasper, Milan, and my kind of favorite right now, Lobo, L-O-B-O, Lobo. How cool is that for your little boy? We have a few names popular and rising in Serbia next. So we have the name Milica, spelled M-I-L-I-C-A, or Milica. I'm pretty sure we would pronounce it here. We have Vesna, super beautiful. And for boy names, we have Jovan, with that J, goes into a Y, Jovan, and Zoran, Z-O-R-A-N, Zoran. Next country, we have Croatia. Now, in Croatia, we have a ton of really cool favorites here, just spelt a little bit differently, and they definitely have a little bit of a different pronunciation. So we have Maria, which has that J-A ending. We have Marco for boys, Ivana, Pitar or Peter. We have Yakov, which would be the Jacob alternative, and we have Josip, which is the Joseph alternative. We are moving north up into Ireland now. So a lot of great Irish spelling names here. We have the absolute favorable Fia, spelled F-I-A-D-H, Fia. We have Cria, and this one's spelled C-R-O-I with the Fada A. This one is super beautiful because it's derived from the Irish word for heart, which is Cree. Then for the two boys' names, I have the name Callan, C-A-L-L-A-N, very similar to Callum, but Callan. Then lastly, we have the name Fionn, spelled F-I-O-N-N. Fionn. It's like a one-syllable name, and it's rising on the boy side. From Ireland, we are cruising down to Greece. Now, a lot of beautiful, very romantic sounding names here. On the girl side, we have Eleni, we have Georgia, we have Katerina, and we have Irini. And on the boy side, we have Yanis, Kostas, Vasilis, Dimitris, and Iliash. And this one's kind of almost spelt like Elias, but with an I. Iliash is the way that they pronounce it over in Greece. Moving back on up over to the UK. Now I got a lot of submissions from the UK from kind of 3 different parts. So for South England, or England in general, a few popular names here is Ava, Jack, Chloe, and Harry. In the southern UK, there's Hazel, Holly, Kit, and Roman. So a little bit more unique names there, but all of them still kind of timeless vintage classics. And then someone over in Yorkshire, UK, hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tons of name options here. We have Lola, Maya, Evie, Ivy, Albie or Albert, Kian, Alfie, and Kai. All right, switching things up here, we are moving over to the US of A. Now, this one is going to be separated to northern US, southern US, and then we have Alaska over in the corner here. All right, so northern US, we have Daisy, Flora, Isla, Wesley and Weston for boys, Landon, Braden, Luciana or Luciana, Nora, Cohen, Olivia, Hazel, Emerson, Greta, Lily, and Grace. Then for the southern USA, let's see if we have some kind of more southern belle names. So we have Renata, we have Ellie or Ella, Hazel as well, Bodie, spelled B-H-O-D-I-E, Bodie, Harper, Abby, Brooks. We have Riley, Elias, Madeline, Liliana, we have Jackson, and Jacob. Then last but not least, up in Alaska. Now my girl Chelsea, she's always sending me such amazing names, and man, they have some unique names rising over up in Alaska. There's Ambrie, spelled A-M-B-R-I-E, Ambrie. We have Cyrus, Israel, and Carissa. So we were just talking about the USA. Let's move on up into Canada. Now I'm from Canada here. I've separated into Western Canada, Eastern Canada, and Quebec. First, we're going to start off with Eastern Canada. So a couple names here that are very popular is Isla, Logan, Stella, Sawyer, and Milo. I love all of those names. Then moving over to Western Canada, there's Fern, Ava, Lola, Ivy, Luna, Axel, Theodore, Forrest, and Archer. So a lot of trendy and very nature-esque names representing kind of that BC West Coast kind of vibes. Then in Quebec, more French inspired, we have McKenna, we have Elodie or Elodie, we have Flavie, we have Océan, we have Léonie, and for boys, there's Arnaud, which is like Arnold in French. We have Loic, there's Enzo, and the French version of Oliver, which is Olivier. And lastly, I compiled a list of a few names here that are popular all around in Canada. So there's Kinsley, Wilder, Scarlett, Avery, Grayson, and Owen. Next country we are moving on into is Brazil. Now, tons of gorgeous names here. For the girls' side, we have the name Manuela, we have Valentina, Cecilia, Helena, and Alice for girls. And for boys, there's Miguel, Davi, Pedro or Pedro, and Enzo. Our next country here, someone sent in some names from Portugal. Now in Portugal, some popular names are Leonor, Matilde, not Matilda, Matilde with an E ending, Beatriz with a T-R-I-Z, Mariana, Tiago, Martim, Tomas, and Diogo. Let's now move on into Western India. Now, a lovely lady from over in India, she was sending me voice notes and everything. It was so sweet. So we're gonna try these out again. So we have Divya, we have Kavya or Kavya, we have Vaidehi, we have Veena, Haley, Dewani, Shania, we have Anaya, Bhumi, and Fatima. And for boys, we have Raul, we have Kavi, Kahan, and Duval. So tons of great, handsome, and gorgeous names all the way from India. Now from India, we are moving on up to France. Now lots of great French options here. For the girls' side, we have Marie-Lou, we have Lucie, we have Capucine, we have Elio, Timeo, Gabon, Mattia, Jules, Maëlle, Léa, Jade, and Ambre. So I will have those all right here, trying the best for pronunciation wise, but just some great French options there that are rising over in France. Now we are moving on up to Scotland. Some great options here. We have Luna, Orla, Mason, Teddy, and Noah. Then moving all the way down south, we're going to Australia. And in Australia, we have Asher, Arlo, River, Otis, Lachlan, Lennox, and Phoenix for boys, and Remy, Billy, Eden, and Florence for girls. How trendy and cool and hip is Australia? Let me tell you, I'm loving your list. Now we're moving up to the Netherlands. Now the Netherlands has just such great shorter names for girls, especially even for boys too. So we have Lottie, L-O-T-T-E, Lottie, Loa, Liv, Nola, and Isa, which is I-S-E, Isa. We also have Fem and Foss for girls. Then moving on into the boys, we have Dex, Len, Julian, and Bo. Staying up kind of by the Netherlands-ish, we have Poland. Now in Poland, we have Zuzana, we have Julia, Pola, Lena for girls, and for boys, we have Jan and Casper. Very close to Poland, we have some names from Norway. So Anna and Emma are very popular in Norway, and Odin and Bjorn are very popular boys' names in Norway. I love Odin so much. Next stop on our little travel adventure here, we have the island of Cyprus. I was so excited when someone told me that they are from Cyprus and they watch my videos. Like, how amazing is that? I was kind of fangirling, let me tell you. So we have the name Giannis, we have Anastasia, and we have the name Phoebe. She also sent me another option here, which I will pop into the box as well, but I did not know and I didn't want to butcher the pronunciation. So that is another option there that is trending over in Cyprus. Next country we are visiting is Sweden. Now in Sweden, a few girls' names that are popular is Freya, we have Hedda, we have Linnea or Linnea, we have Junie, Tuva, and Lovisa. Very beautiful. Then for the boys, we have Nils, Hugo, Love, Vigo, Folk, and Bjorn. Next, I had a submission from Brussels in Belgium. A few names here is Luca, Gael, Matthew, and Emily. Then to another island, New Zealand, we have Isla, Ella, Hudson, Ollie, Indy, and Jackson. Now we're going over to Pakistan. Now Pakistan, a few girls' names that are rising is Alizé, Anaya, Shabana, and Isha. Then for boys, a very popular name is Kadir. We have a few more countries left that I'm gonna get through to. So next is Russia. We have the popular name Varvara. We have Alisa and Taya, which is spelled T-A-I-S-I-A, Taya. Then moving on over to the Caribbean, going to Puerto Rico. We have the name on the boy side, we have Ian, we have Fabian, Owen. Then on the girl side, there's Camila and Zoe that are really, really popular right now on the island. Next, let's go from Puerto Rico and let's go all the way over to the Philippines. Now, some great options here is Stella, Sebastian, Angelo, Pia, Rosalinda, and then also mixing parents' names together is a big thing in the Philippines. So they'll take a few letters from the mom's first name and a few letters from the dad's first name and combine them together to create one unique name for their little baby. 3 more countries now left on the list, guys. We're gonna go to Wales next. So a few girls' names is Nia, Ellery, Lori, Elon, and Sion. And then a few boys' names. We have Amir, Leston, and Ifan. Now before I was touching on France, but now I had someone sent in some submissions from the French Alps. How cool is this, guys? So a few names here for boys is Jack, Noah, and Felix. And then some girls' names is Leah, Amélie, and Lily. I feel like Lily is kind of a staple right now that I've been seeing trending throughout the whole entire world. All right, so then that brings me to my very final country, and that is the country of Korea. Now, someone sent in the actual, I believe the characters in Korea are called Hangul, I believe it is. And she sent me a bunch of amazing ones, 3 boy names, 3 girl names. So I'm going to hopefully pronounce them for you, but these are popular names over in Korea. So on the boy side, there's Sejun, or Chi-woo, and Yi-jun. Then on the girl side, there's Etho, and Thoa. And lastly, there's Ha-eun. So thank you so much for sending me those. It was just so special for you to send those to me. So thank you so much for sharing. Anyways, thank you guys so much for this video. Thank you so much for sending in the submissions. I'm definitely gonna make this video almost like a reoccurring trend because, again, trends and different popularities always change all around the world every single year. So I will definitely be doing another one of these videos in the future, more in the far out future, so that we can really see some new gems all across the world that are trending right now. Let me know in the comments below, what are some names that are trending where you are? Maybe I left out your country and maybe you just have some other names that I didn't mention. Please leave those in the comments below, and let's just get fascinated by all these great gems that you might not heard of from all around the world. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys next Sunday with another baby names list. Bye!